This feeling is so surreal right now. This is my last night staying at this house where I'm living with my family, and things just have been very, very challenging. But things are looking up. Things have been going decently right now with them, but I need to leave. Like, I still need to leave, even though things are going well. I still need to leave. And it is scary, but it is also exciting. And I have stuff waiting for me where I'm going. I have things set up for me. I have blessings from God. And also the hard work that I put in, but God was with me through every bit of hard work that I put in. So I'm watching inspiring YouTube videos, and I'm also watching the Prince of Egypt because I need to feel inspired right now. I guess this is kind of my own exodus, if you will, and I will keep you guys posted for when I get on the train with my service dog and our backpack and our 2 suitcases. So this is a very minimalist new beginning, to say the least. Oh my gosh, you guys. So I was really anxious, and I rescheduled the train to relocate to my new state and where I have my apartment and my job set up, and it was just a bad decision to reschedule. I should have left last night because things are just not better, and I have friends who like keep telling me, just stay, just save money, things will get better, God will help. And I believe in God, but it's like, it's really hard because things are not changing. Things are not changing here at all. And my mental health is really bad. And I'm trying to tell myself, don't just run away to something. But I feel like I'm not just running away, I feel like I'm running to something. And I know things are going to be hard on my own, but I feel like I can't do this anymore, you guys. I feel like the longer I stay in this house, the more I'm just going crazy. And I feel like I'm better off just moving. And I talked to like the crisis hotline today, and the lady helped me a lot. And she was telling me that if it doesn't work out, I can always pivot, and I can do something else. And I gotta at least, she told me I should at least try. So I'm rescheduling the train, and I'm gonna go tonight instead of last night. And I'm gonna sign the lease and move into my apartment on Sunday. And it's just really, really scary because I've never done anything like this in my life, and I'm worried about moving to this city. I'm worried because of like the crime statistics, but I'm from a city that has high crime, and I've managed to keep myself safe. And I know my city very well. I know which areas are safe, which areas are not, and like where to hang out, where to walk the dog, things like that. And I'm thinking I can easily just figure that out. Oh my gosh. My nose keeps running in this video. It's not a great look, but whatever. It's like, anyways, I feel like I can keep myself safe, but I just have to trust in God, and it's so hard because my friends that I'm close to are kind of just telling me to stay, and maybe sometimes I am so scared that I want to stay, but I think it would be worse. I think it'd be worse for me to stay here because I'm like losing my mind. Like, I just don't feel like I'm okay when I'm staying in this house. Like, little things trigger me. Oh my God, that is so disgusting. I'm not even good at editing. I'll probably just leave that in, but that was so disgusting. My nose is like running snot when I cry. It's like a horrible, terrible look. Maybe I'll try to edit that out. I'm not great with editing. Oh my God, you guys. It's embarrassing. But anyways, like, just living here is really, really taking a toll on me. And I'm actually like having horrible thoughts right now, like of ending it, because being here is making me feel like I'm not myself. It's so hard because when you finally are ready to move, it's not even that you're afraid to leave your toxic household. It's more just that you're afraid of what is next, like what's out there. The new environment can be scary, especially if you Google a town and then it comes up with crime statistics. You're going to be scared, but it's like, I'm from a town that already has a lot going on, and I'm okay here. I'm not okay in the house that I live in, but I'm okay in this town. And it's one of those towns that's like on the news and has a really bad reputation, but it's not as bad as the media makes things sound, and you will be okay. And I had a best friend who lived in a rough neighborhood, and she always had a positive outlook, and she was okay out there. The craziest thing is, we're most unsafe when we're around people in our house who we're related to or in a relationship with. That's where the danger can be. And sometimes you just have to go to a new environment and just try. I'm just going to start trying stuff. I'm just going to tell myself from now on, just try it and just see how it goes. And you never know. You never know what the new opportunity might be like, and you can always just try something out for 1 year, and then after your lease is up, you can just move somewhere else, and maybe you'll even get something more affordable or something even nicer than what you started with. But we all have to start somewhere. We all have to start somewhere in life, and I'm choosing to start over. And it's just hard because I canceled my train ride and I lost money. Some of it was refunded, but not all of it, and so I lost almost $1,000 just because I wasn't sure what to do. And the next day I had like the worst mental breakdown I've had in a long time. And I realized, I'm like, maybe I needed to just see what it would be like for me to not do it. And the consequences are just so hard. Yeah, I think if you're in a toxic place, you should just leave. I know I look tired. I'm mentally drained, and I'm tired of looking like this. Like, I want to look like I have energy. Like, I'm literally holding my face up. Like, I want to look young and beautiful and feel good about myself, but I feel like this environment is taking years off of my life and literally is making me look different and changing my appearance. And it's like, I just don't want to live like this anymore. I want to experience something beautiful. I want to experience something fun. I want to have an adventure, and I want to keep going after my dreams. It's just so hard. It's like I'm wrestling with myself, but this time I'm really committing, even though I'm still scared. I don't think fear goes away, but you have to do things even while you're scared. I think that is like true bravery, is doing things while you're nervous. And I was just messaging my mentor and one of my professors, and he's really, really helpful and nice, kind of like almost like a brother I've never had, because I think he's only like maybe 10 or 20 years older than me. And he's one of the only people encouraging me to do this. I feel like it's really hard when you come from a town and a lot of people just have the mentality, like, deep down people want to leave and take risks, but they're scared, and so they like impose their own fears on you and tell you not to do it and just stay home. Why do you want to move so far away? I think a lot of people have moved far away from their families and away from their hometowns, and it's like, I just don't feel like I have a choice right now. I mean, I do. I always have a choice. But I feel like right now this is what's right for me. And gosh, why does my hand look so huge with the front-facing camera? I swear it makes everything look so weird. But it's just crazy. It's like you have to really take risks. I feel like you have to take risks in life, and that's how you have faith in God and in yourself. But it's really not easy. Nothing about what I'm doing is easy. How many people do you know that just decide to get on a treadmill? It's like that song by Journey. I think I probably already said that. I don't know. But it's like, who do you know that's decided to take a midnight train and move up 2 states from where they're living to start a new job, live in a new apartment, go buy a car. These are like 3 huge life decisions. And usually people, I'm laughing and crying. Like, usually people space these out. Usually people, like, they don't do all 3 things at once, but some people do, you know, it just depends. But I feel like if I don't do this, I'm literally gonna go crazy. Like, I was having a breakdown today, mental breakdown, and it's like, my family doesn't even know what mental health is. And they were just like, what's wrong with you? Why are you like this? What's the matter with you? And it's because, you know, I'm tired of getting into like the same arguments with my family every single day. It's like that expression of death by 1,000 paper cuts or whatever. It's like that. It's like, dude, this stuff wouldn't be a big deal if it was once in a while, but to argue with somebody every single day, I just don't know how to even gray rock anymore. Like, I can only gray rock for so long. I can only just sit there and be like, okay, whatever, for so long before I'm finally just like, F you. And I hate to say it, but it's gotten to that point a couple times now where I've literally just said that to my own family because of how exhausted I am. Like, I have a headache right now, I'm sorry. I just keep rubbing my face because my head genuinely hurts from me crying a lot today, and I wanted to leave on a good note. If I would have left yesterday, I probably would have been on like a decent note, but I felt really bad because my parents were crying and they kept telling me, we're gonna miss you, like over and over and over and over, and I'm just like, after a while you start feeling really bad. You're like, damn, am I making a bad decision? Am I making a bad choice? And even when you have close friends and they're just like, are you sure you want to do this? Like, I was hoping my friend would encourage me, because I told him, I was like, I'm going to be living in a gated community, but online it says the neighborhood's not safe. And we were talking about my friend that passed away, and I was like, yeah, like, she lived in a bad neighborhood, but she was not afraid. She was grateful for everything she had, and she did fine. It was only when she got with her ex-boyfriend that her life like fell apart, and then she ended up passing away, and it was really sad. But I was like, if she can do it, I can do it. But I was admitting that I was scared, and my friend thought that like, oh, just because I have fear, that means I'm not ready. And I really wish, like, I know it's not his fault, but I wish he would have at least told me, like, yes, you're afraid, but you can do this. But he almost made it seem like, well, people these days just want to run away from their problems, and you can go back home and your family will change and God will change your family members. And I'm like, dude, people don't want to be changed by God. They don't consent to being changed by God, and that's why they end up staying the same way for so long. And they end up having this like reprobate mind because they literally don't want to change. It's at the end of the day, change is a choice. You have to choose to change your life. You can't just wait for God to change your life. I'm sorry, my voice is all messed up and I sound like Miley Cyrus when she's like, it was always the journey. I can't do that voice on purpose. It just comes in and out. But oh my gosh, I'm tired of feeling like crap all the time. I'm tired of feeling depressed. I'm tired of feeling like I can't leave my room without there being an argument. I'm tired of feeling like I have to buy everything I can eat is like store-bought. And I still eat pretty healthy because I buy a lot of organic prepackaged foods that has like minimal processed, but still, that's still not what kind of lifestyle I want. I miss cooking. I haven't even been able to like cook myself a meal in so long. The last time I cooked something for myself, I made myself some fried eggs and steak, and I had to like quickly make that, put it on a plate, and then just quickly exit the kitchen because there's just so much tension. And then when there's all this tension and fighting, and then I finally can't take it anymore and I have a mental breakdown, my family's even harder on me. And it was so hard for me to cancel my train last night, and today we get in this huge fight, and my parents are telling me, well, you should just move then. And I'm like, I sacrificed so much to cancel that trip that there was non-refundable aspects. I lost money. But I'm like, you know what? I just gotta be positive, and just, I rebooked the train. I signed the lease. I hadn't signed the lease yet. I signed the lease today. I still need to make another Airbnb appointment, but that's fine. I'm just gonna wait. I might wait till the day of. I know they say it's not good, but I'm just feeling scatterbrained right now. And I'm like, it's hard for me to even remember which day to book it for, because I arrive at midnight, so I have to book it for, like, if it's midnight, you know what I mean? That's a new day. I have to book it for the day before it turns midnight, if that makes sense. Gosh, my brain is like so... Oh my gosh. I need peace. I hope I look back on this video and I feel like I overcame this. It's so hard. Even when you believe in Jesus Christ, it's so hard sometimes to have faith. It's not easy having faith. It's really, really hard sometimes. I hope I can just look back on this and feel good about my choices. Because it's so hard. It's until you make really big life choices like this and you're doing it by yourself, you don't know how hard it is. And I'm taking my service dog on the train, and she's never been on a long train ride before. She's been on some, like, longer car rides, but she's never been on, like, anything like this. So I'm just worried about her. I'm hoping she handles everything well. I'm hoping we're able to, like, talk to the conductor. I have really bad anxiety today, but I'm hoping I can, like, muster up some courage and talk to the conductor and ask if we can have, like, a little bit of a longer stop so I can take her to the bathroom. Otherwise, I have to, like, try to hide her and have her pee on, like, I brought some pee pads just in case. Like, put her in the restroom inside the train and have her pee on the pee pad and then discreetly throw the pee pad away. But that's like a lot, you know what I mean? And it's 2 train rides, and last time I booked them, I had 2 roomettes. I had a roomette for the first ride and a roomette for the second ride, and this time I have 1 roomette, and the next ticket I'm literally going to be sitting upright for like 8 hours. But I'm just going to have to I just have to force myself to do this. Like, I'm freaking forcing myself to do something that I'm scared to do. But last summer, I was living in a hotel room. And it's because I just couldn't, like, I couldn't stay here. And people don't get it. After a while, little things make you crazy. And you get, like, I get triggered so bad from little things that my family does. But it's because of all of the big things that have happened over and over again that the little things start driving you crazy too. Just being around people that drink every day and smoke every day and they cough all day long, and you're trying to rest, and when you're trying to rest, all you hear is people coughing like very loud. Like, I'm talking, like, you ever hear someone cough and they don't even cover their mouth, they just go ah, like literally, like, waking me up sometimes in the middle of the night or in the morning. Like, sometimes it'll be 2 in the morning and I hear people slamming doors, coughing, burping as loud as they can. A lot of people will say that, oh, well, why does that affect you? Because over and over and over again, it starts to affect you. But yeah, you guys, I'm leaving. Gosh, I don't even know what time it is, but I think I'm leaving in like 6 hours. So I'm gonna try to rest, maybe even try to take a quick nap. My head hurts really bad right now. Just from all the crying and all the screaming and yelling, and I'm not myself here. People that know me from work know it's like I'm not People are very surprised when I tell them I have anger problems, but living in this house is like brought out the very worst of me. I don't know, maybe I need to call one of my friends. I do have one friend that was encouraging me to leave, but we're not super close. But I met him at work. He's a nice guy. He's younger than me, and he has his bachelor's degree, his phlebotomy license, and his real estate license. I'm like, dang. I'm super inspired by ambitious people. I love ambitious people. I love being friends with ambitious people because they motivate me to like keep going. But yeah, I'll be back. I'll be back with some emotional updates. Emotional updates with Oasis of Change. What's up? It's a couple hours before I leave, and I'm actually gonna leave this time. And I can't believe last night I was just too scared, but that's what happens when you think too much. You end up scaring yourself out of just doing it, you know? And anyways, I'm just laying down, relaxing. I have my dog with me. She's under the blanket, relaxing. I can feel her moving around. I think she knows what I'm saying. But yeah, you guys, I'm just so emotional right now. But I'm thinking about how, like, I do have hope in my heart. I do have faith. And I do feel blessed, even though this is scary. Imagine, you're moving. You're getting a new apartment. This is your first apartment you've ever had by yourself. You're moving to a new state. You're buying a car. And you're starting a new job. These are 4 huge changes happening at once. Like, that's why I just feel there's a little bit of humor to it, because it's like, dang, I always knew I was an overachiever, but this is a new one even for me. But yeah, it's like, I'm just trying to lay down on this pillow. I don't know, I'm gonna try to see if I can shove this pillow in my suitcase, but tonight I have a roomette in the Amtrak, and when I originally booked, I was gonna have a roomette. I think I mentioned this the entire time, but I'm like, oh my gosh, the next day it's gonna be 8 hours of just sitting upright. But I'm gonna try to like hold, my service dog is used to sitting in my lap. She's not really trained to sitting on the floor, so I'm gonna try to see if they'll let me just hold her in my lap. And then I'm gonna see if I can kind of hold her on my left, or like on my left side right here by my collarbone. And then I'm gonna see if I can just kind of lean the right side of my body on the, they give you like a little table, like a little tray. But if that doesn't work, I think what I'll do is, what was I gonna say? I'll just hold her, and then I'll just put like my phone down on the tray and just try to like watch a movie or watch a TV show, or even listen to the Bible, because I've been so anxious lately, and I've been watching like a lot of my favorite movies from when I was a kid, but I think they're making me even more anxious, because I know movies, I don't really think we're meant as a species to watch a lot of movies and TV shows, because I think it makes us take on the emotions of the characters, and there's a lot of like subliminal messaging and stuff that goes into the mind when we watch that kind of stuff. So I think listening to the Bible is really, really helpful, and also listening to just like some spiritual / inspirational, motivational small channels on YouTube that have really been helping me. So yeah, this is just so crazy to even think about that I'm really doing this, you guys. And it's so hard because my parents, I felt so guilty, and they were crying every single day. They were crying and telling me they were going to miss me, and that they were worried about me, and they kept asking me, are you going to buy this? Are you going to buy a sleeping bag? Are you going to buy this? Are you going to get that? Like, it was making me so anxious. I told them, please, I was like, can you guys stop? Like, just stop, because I told them emotionally I can only handle one thing at a time. And, yeah, it's just really, really challenging. Like, I told them, I already worry about everything myself. Please stop adding to it. It's too much for me. But yeah, it's like a mix of hope and faith, and also a little bit of nerves. Just a little bit of nerves going on right now. And I hope this content is interesting. Is it interesting watching people freak out and like talk about all the emotions? Well, maybe. And if there's like anybody going through the same thing that I'm going through and literally moving from a toxic house where there's family members that drink every day, smoke every day, cause fights every day, and you have to move and you get a job and the job is far away, yeah, maybe you can relate to this content. And I'm going to tell you, you're not alone. It is very scary, but I think if you don't do it, you're going to regret it. And me, like, canceling my train, yeah, I had regrets. I regretted it. I'm glad that I have savings because I did lose some money, but I'm going to go on the train again tonight. Like, I'm actually going to go this time. I don't mean to say the word again. I'm going to go for the first time on a long distance ride. I have been on the train before. My dog has never been on the train before. I'm nervous about her. I hope that she'll be okay. I'm trying to get her to use the bathroom as much as possible before we leave because I don't want her to have an accident. That is my number one concern. But if she does, hopefully, if she has any accidents or anything, it'll be when she's with me and I take her to the bathroom, and then I can literally just clean it up off the floor and sanitize it and everything. I know it's gross. I know it's hard. You guys, if you have a dog, it is hard. Moving with a dog is hard, but it's doable. And especially if your dog is a trained service dog, and you can train any dog to be a trained service dog. I'm not saying pretend like the dog, like my dog is actually a trained service dog. I really do have CPTSD and panic disorder, and she helps me with that. She understands when I'm having a panic attack. She knows what that is, and she is trained in tactile grounding to help me get out of that. And but she's not perfect. Like, she still struggles. Like, sometimes she will bark at other animals or get the urge to want to chase a squirrel. So it is hard. She grew up in a house where my parents have their dog in their room, and he just barks all day long. So she's kind of used to barking all day long when she used to be their dog, because she was originally my parents' dog, because I used to work 2 jobs and I had no time for a dog. I wanted a dog, but when I worked 2 jobs, I had no time to care for any animals. And even now it's going to be a struggle, but I'm going to try to set up everything at the apartment to where she can have comfort and have everything nice for her. And then I'm even going to see, I don't know if this is possible, but I'm even going to see if I can combine my breaks at work into a longer lunch, and like stop at the house and check on my dog, take her out for a pee break, and just kind of like be there for her. And there is the option too of me taking my dog to work, but my dog, I just don't know if I'm ready for that, and I don't know if my dog is ready for that, because like I said, she's just not used to sitting on the floor. She's used to being like on my chest area, which is good though, because then she can hear my breathing and like sense whether I'm doing okay emotionally, and she can respond to that. So it is good for sure. This is just, it's crazy. Like, the emotional side of leaving a family like this, it is really, really wild. And I'm gonna make a separate video about Stockholm Syndrome and the challenges of moving away from toxic family. So yeah, it's really challenging, but you can do it. actually made it. Oh my gosh, let me take my glasses off, you guys. I always feel like I look goofy wearing my glasses. I'm actually in the train right now. I'm going to my new life. Got my dog here. She's nervous. She's never been on the train before, but she's licking her paws, but we're gonna do it. It's crazy. I was literally having panic attacks about doing this, but I feel a lot more at peace now. I feel a lot more at peace now that I've left. It is bittersweet though, because it's like, I wish I didn't have to come to this, but I know it's a blessing. And I know that this job and this new location, they're gonna be good to me. I'm gonna make it a good experience. I'm gonna do my best to be grateful for everything. I'll see you guys in the next one. Hey guys, so I'm at my Airbnb and I managed to move to a new state, and I'm having a couple of minor hiccups, but they're not too bad in the grand scheme of things. I'm just so emotional because it's like so many big changes happening so fast. They're still cleaning my apartment unit. I was supposed to move into my apartment today, but I might have to wait a couple more days, and I just have to deal with it. You know, I'm trying to save as much money as possible and not spend too much on an Airbnb, but it's like you have to make a sacrifice. If you really want something, you have to go for it, right? And I've been thinking about it. It's like I want to be debt-free as long as possible, but if I have to take out a student loan, I am a student. I have a job, I'm also a student. It's like I could potentially take out a student loan to help myself with a car payment or help myself with rent. So it's like, it's not number one choice, but there's always options out there. There's always financial aid available. You just have to look for it. But yeah, I'm just like, I'm thinking about all the adulting stuff right now, and I guess I should talk a little bit more about the emotional aspect of like leaving a toxic household. One thing is, I feel like my relationship with my mom would be a lot better with me leaving. And we talked on the phone a little bit and things were good. And she was like giving me some emotional support and it was nice. So I think like just having that emotional support on the phone goes a long way. And I don't really feel like I have to be in the same vicinity as my family to like get help from them, because I was doing a lot of things on my own anyways. I was working, going to school, getting grants. I used to have my own car, and then a tree landed on my car and it was crazy, but I used to have my own car. I used to drive myself everywhere. Like I was pretty much adulting and doing everything I needed to do. It's just that we were just living together, so I was saving money to move out, and finally got enough money and got a job and got my opportunity to leave and took it. But I think it's harder on my family than it is me, and I think that when they're constantly, like, let me tell you something, like, my family members were constantly crying, my parents, I should say. They were literally just crying. Every time I would talk to them about moving, they'd start crying. Every time I would, like, give them something, and I'm like, oh, I'm not going to be able to keep these books here, take these books, they'd start crying. And it really was, like, making me feel bad, making me feel guilty. It was making me cry. It was making me feel like, this is gonna sound so mean, but when they would start crying, I would try to just laugh, because I'm like, you're breaking down and crying over and over and over again. And my parents are the ones that told me to move out, but they didn't like that I moved so far away. But I'm like, this is where the opportunity is at. This is where the job is at. This is where the new beginning is at. And it's going okay so far. I'm sorry, I brushed my teeth today, but I feel like they look yellow because I've been drinking some coffee, and I gotta, like, yeah, it's not a good look, you guys, because I've only slept a couple hours here and there for the past few days. The train, oh my gosh, my mind is going a million miles an hour thinking about all these different things I want to talk about. The train was such a long ride. I wanted to take more videos, but I just didn't. It was a long ride, and then I was delayed because I had to take 2 trains, right? So the second train was supposed to be just an hour wait. Just wait an hour, the train comes. It was almost like 6 hours. I had to wait for the train to come, and then finally it took off. I mean, it was probably like 7-hour wait. And the train ride home, so the first train ride I took, I had a roomette on Amtrak where you basically have a tiny room, and it was really nice. Like, for being a tiny room, if it's just one person and it's just me and my dog, it was really, really nice. Like, I don't really have much complaints about the roomette. It was tiny, but it was like manageable for me. Now, if you're 2 people, I don't recommend a roomette. If you want your own space, I recommend like separate rooms, but that's going to cost you more, and that's neither here nor there. But yeah, waiting like almost 7 hours to leave. I'm blessed because I actually made a friend. I was friends with this guy. It was like the most unlikely friendship too, because if you know me, you know, like, I'm a pretty devout Christian because of the experiences I've had with Jesus Christ in my own life. Like, supernatural experience I've had with Christ that just made it where I'm like, I can't even deny that Christ is real because he revealed himself to me. But anyways, I ended up meeting a guy, and he's like a Satanist. He has like Satanist tattoos. But he was really nice. Like, he was actually really sweet, and I think he just has trauma. Like, I always talk about men having trauma, women having trauma. I think that, like, he genuinely just has trauma, and that's why he, like, believes in the stuff that he believes in. And also, he was telling me he's essentially a hedonist, and so he just believes in, like, doing whatever you want. So it's like Aleister Crowleyan type Satanism, but, I don't know. I feel like God could work on his heart. Like, I feel like there's a chance for him, but I'm trying not to be like, oh, I can fix him, because, like, it's not really, I can't fix anybody, but I feel like God could work on him and help him. I really do. But he's cool. I exchange numbers with him, and, like, we're just kind of checking in with each other, making sure everything's okay. He, I think he's like an hour or 2 away from me. I don't remember how far away he is, but yeah, his brother had to pick him up at like 3 a.m. because of the train delays. And I want to say he was supposed to be there around like 6 p.m. So it's crazy. And then I was supposed to be at the Airbnb at midnight. And I got here at like 6 in the morning. So it was just, oh my gosh, so many stops, so many times of waiting. It was a whole arduous process. And it's part of why I was so nervous to come here. I was thinking, gosh, like, I didn't know how I was going to do an Amtrak train ride with me and my dog, but my dog did really well. Like, she didn't have any accidents on the train. She held her bladder the whole time. We got to go out on a couple stops. She used the restroom outside. Everything was great. But she barked a couple times. She barked like 2 or 3 times because, at one point, the guy that worked there, he was so sweet. The guy that worked there was so sweet, and he was running on a couple hours of sleep, and I'm like, oh my gosh, we're all, like, it was the train ride of exhaustion, because everybody on the freaking train was, like, half awake, half asleep. I mean, it was just very hard to sleep, and the train... My friend that I met on the train, his grandpa told him, oh, the train's just gonna rock you to sleep and you're gonna be able to take a nap. The train was going like, like, oh my god. The train was literally like jerking us back and forth. Like, it felt like we were out on, like, at sea going through a huge tidal wave or something. It was crazy. But I still, like, I know I'm going to look back fondly on all of this, because it really wasn't that bad. It was just, like, roughing it, and I don't mind roughing it. I really don't mind it. I don't mind, like, I haven't camped in forever, but I don't mind camping. I don't mind feeling a little dirty and sweaty, and then just, like, taking a paper towel and water and just like washing up in the bathroom. Like, I don't know, I guess I can just make it work. I'm just tomboy enough to make it work. If I was like super girly girl, super duper like feminine, I'd be like, oh my goodness, I can't do this. But luckily I'm just tomboy enough to be able to rough it out. But yeah, this video is like all over the place. I hope you guys don't mind, but I think one thing you can see is just I feel so much better being away from my family. The distance between my family is immense, but it felt like it was needed. And like, I think we're gonna be okay. Like, I'm trying to be positive because it's such a new change for me. And oh my gosh, like there's so many things I'm like pretty sheltered from. My first Airbnb experience, I get here, I put the code in, I get into the Airbnb, everything's fine, and then I lock the door and I leave and I'm like locked out and I'm freaking out, right? And then I talk to the Airbnb host, I go off to the grocery store, I come back, she's telling me everything's fine, she checked everything, it's fine. I'm like, okay. I reach out, I'm like, I'm still locked out. And then the neighbor comes in. He's the sweetest he's like an older Mexican guy, and we were like speaking a little bit of Spanish to each other, but he knows English. And then I was just kind of like, I could tell he spoke more Spanish than English because he had like a thick accent. But it was just awesome. Like, I was talking to him, and he's a Christ follower, and he was so sweet, and he was showing me, he's like, no, the key is in the lockbox. And I'm like, I should know this, but I just don't. Like, there are things that are common sense that I literally don't know. And I'm like, oh my gosh, goodness gracious. And so I felt really silly. I was thinking, oh my gosh, like I was crying. Like, before the guy came, I was crying, and then I told myself not to freak out. I calmed myself down. But I was just crying. I was like, I can't get in. I'm locked out. It's hot outside. I got my dog. I got a bag of food with me. The key was right there, you guys. And sometimes maybe that's like the message. It's like the key's right there. Like, the key's right there. The door's open. Go. You're fine. Don't worry too much. The key's right there. And I think that's just a life lesson, that you just don't have to sit there and trip yourself up about every little thing. The key's right there. The answer's right there. And so even though I'm not in the apartment yet, I feel like we're doing okay. Talked to one of the managers at the apartment, and I mentioned to her that there was a possibility that I could get another unit if this one's not ready, and she said that she's not sure about that. I have to talk to a different manager, the one that I originally spoke to. So I'm like, okay, I have to call back at like 8 in the morning. It's fine. But she was sweet to me, and she was telling me, she's like, oh, you need a car too? One of my friends works at Subaru, and he can help you get a Subaru. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's one of my top cars I want. Like, Honda, Toyota, Subaru, or Mazda. Like, those are the top 4. So I was like, okay, like Subaru, we'll see. I know some people say get a Honda, it's more reliable, but I feel like a Subaru would just be fun. Like, I always, low-key, like, I always wanted a Subaru. And then I was kind of talked out of it, and I'm thinking, well, it'd be kind of cool to just have a Subaru and just drive that for a while, and then if that doesn't work, I can just always, like, maybe just pay it off, get some repairs, then sell it, get something better, you know? Like, we're always just changing things in our lives, and you just have to know nothing is permanent. And that doesn't have to be a bad thing. The only thing I want to be permanent is my relationship with God, and then my relationship with my future husband. It's like, I just want that to be permanent. Well, even that's not permanent too, because the Bible says when you pass away, you're no longer married, because everyone's married to God, right, guys? So, yeah, like, I don't know. I just feel a lot happier. I feel a lot lighter. I feel a lot freer, but I'm also internally panicking because I have so many things to do. And yeah, I'm supposed to move into my apartment tomorrow, hopefully. And I'm also supposed to go sign the paperwork to, like, my tax documents and stuff, and start this job. Not start the job, but, like, get officially hired. Because I'm hired, I have the job offer, but it's contingent upon these documents, of course, just like every job in the United States, right, guys? But I'm just like, dang, I gotta go do this paperwork, I gotta go get into the apartment, hopefully. If not, I'll just pay for another night here, and gotta get a car. So I'm like, ooh, I gotta do like all these things at once, but it feels good. And then also I made another friend this morning, like going back and forth, and he was really sweet. He helped me with my bags. I had like 3 different people help me with my bags, and I'm so blessed because people saw me struggling. Like, I have these 2 suitcases, and if I just stand them up, they'll just tip over. You know, like, I have to constantly hold them. And I was juggling like my backpack, which my backpack is so heavy. I just crammed. It was such a last minute move, and I just like crammed everything in my backpack, and it was just so heavy. Got my dog, and I was carrying my dog because my dog does not like walking. She really is like a really sweet girl, and she really is a service dog, but she hates walking. And that's one thing is like I did mess up because I have her trained to where she's more comfortable being carried, which is good because it does help me like to have more emotional support, and then she can be there for me and be close to me if I have a panic attack. But yeah, so I had to carry her around, and I got to start working with her more, start training her more, let her run around. She only likes to walk and run around when she's off leash. So and it's really not good to have dogs off leash, so I don't really want to have her do that, just for safety reasons. But yeah, so what else was I gonna say? Oh yeah, this guy was super duper sweet. Different guy friend I made. He helped me with my bags, and then we were just chit-chatting it up, and he was just like, yeah, you're gonna like your new city. And I was telling him, I was like, Reddit was scaring me, because you guys know Reddit just talk trash about everything. They're like, this city's horrible, and I'm like, you guys, like, I'm from Stockton, like, I can manage being in like different places, you know what I mean? Like, even if a place isn't perfect, I'm pretty good at figuring out which neighborhoods are safe and which aren't. And I'm pretty good at like just spending time with my dog and going to the grocery store and getting some food, coming home and studying, and you know, just watching a podcast or watching a lecture, and just kind of educating myself and learning. I feel like learning is the best way to stay busy, just constantly learning random stuff, or not even random, but just good information that can help you out with your life, and just fascinating topics. There's never a lack of fascinating topics you can study. Oh my gosh, I know I'm looking so tired. Oh, I think I got like maybe an hour of sleep last night, maybe 2. And then when I got here at 6 a.m., I was locked out for a while because I went to the wrong side of the Airbnb, because it's like, essentially it's like a triplex. I went to the wrong side. I probably looked like I was trying to break in, and I probably looked crazy. And then I figured out that I had to go around to this other gate to get in, and yeah, so yeah, it's crazy. So even though I got here at that time, I was like locked out and looking silly for a little while longer, and then when I finally came in, I unpacked, I changed, I put some stuff away, charged my phone, and I finally got like a few hours of a nap. So I didn't just get 1 hour of sleep, I probably got like 4 or 5. But it's crazy. I have not like roughed it like this in so long. This video is gonna be so freaking long, but I think this video is good for people that are moving to other states or leaving their toxic families, because it's like, it just shows you this is just the emotional, like, raw, unedited, unadulterated version of what it's like to like up and leave. And 2, it's like, I want to make a shorter video about Stockholm Syndrome, but I'll briefly touch on it here too. Stockholm Syndrome for me isn't feeling like I love my family even though they've mistreated me, so I want to stay. Like, there's always that aspect of it, but I think for me, Stockholm Syndrome is more about being afraid of the outside world being worse than the toxic household. Like, it's very much like the movie Tangled, where Rapunzel doesn't want to leave because she thinks the world is going to be really scary, and it is, and even in the movie it was. But I think that we have to stay positive, and I think that when you really go out in the world, it's not as bad as you think it's going to be. But, you know, one thing I've been struggling with is my faith with God. I believe in God so much, but sometimes I forget to just have faith that He's going to protect me and He's going to be with me through everything. And I have to remember that. I have to remember to just stay with Jesus, and that He's going to have His angels with me, and not to be thinking about every little step and panicking and thinking about like worst case scenarios all the time. And that's why I really think we're not meant to watch horror movies. I really think we're not meant to watch true crime. I think we're meant to stick on think about things that are beautiful, and think about things that are amazing, and just focus on the positive and focus on your goals, because you don't want to sit there and live in fear all day long, or you'll end up going crazy. So yeah, I'm just chilling here with my girl. I got my girl right here, and she's like she's just sleeping. She's exhausted, but we did good. That train was literally rocking us, like, not to sleep, it was rocking us back and forth from side to side, and it just wasn't very easy to sleep on the train, but I liked it. I was relatively comfortable, but it was paradoxical. It was like comfortable but uncomfortable, and yeah, it was nice making friends with people though, and just knowing, like, I'll say this, don't put 100% of your trust in anybody, but sometimes you need to put some of your trust in people, because there are good people in this world, and if you don't have trust in humanity, like, at all, you just won't get anywhere. Because think about it like this, like, I had to trust that the conductor could drive the train and get us there safely. I had to trust that nobody was going to come up and take my bags. Like, I had to just put a level of trust in things, and put a level of trust that things were going to work out. And I was scared that they weren't, but I got this far. It's like that quote from Shawshank Redemption, if you've gotten this far, you can go a little further. And that's why I'm here. I'm just trying to see how far I can take things, and try to do what is good. Just trying to see if I can do what is good, and see how far I can take myself, and, you know, having that mobility and that freedom to move. Let me just tell you, it's freaking not that bad. Being able to move out and be on your own is not that bad, but it is scary, you guys. It's a lot of steps, but there's worse things in this world. There's staying in the same place and, like, losing your mental sanity and your mental health. That's worse. That is worse. Having your family cuss you out, and then you cuss them back out, and then everybody just feels like trash all day long, and everyone's freaking miserable. Nobody wants to live like that, let me tell you. If you have the opportunity to leave, you should leave. So, yep. Everybody always tells me I should leave, except for two of my friends that always tell me to stay and save money. Well, I saved money and now I'm out, so yeah, just kind of mix the advice together. It's like, I'll save money, but then I'll leave. I'm not going to save money and stay in the same place. What's the point of stacking up your money if you're just living in a place you hate? You know what I mean? It's like, it almost feels like a homeless person stacking up their money and living under a bridge. Like, well, you saved all your money under the bridge, now you can move into your own place. No, but I'm here under the bridge, I'm saving money. What do you mean? What are you saving money for? I'm saving money so I can eat out and have fun and party. No! Why don't you save money for your stability? Wouldn't you be happier that way? Oh, I'm just rambling on, you guys. Alright, I don't know if this will be the last video. Maybe I'll show a little bit of the apartment if I'm able to get there. Or I can just do like a separate video about that. I'm not sure. I don't know, you guys. There's just so much. There's just so much to talk about, and it's just all the emotional aspects of everything, you know. I'm just trying to like iron out these wrinkles. I'm so tired. It's like I feel like I'm aged right now, but I swear, watch when I get some sleep, I will look younger overnight. Right now I just look old because I'm tired. Alright, you guys. Peace and love, and God loves you, and Jesus Christ is King for real. I'm eating, but oh my gosh, you guys. We did it. We finally got the apartment. I'm sitting on the floor, and I'm eating carrot cake from Walmart with my dog. And now, if that isn't freedom, I don't know what is. I already feel like I should have got the blow-up mattress because my back hurts already. But I slept on a train for 25 hours, not 25 hours, but I like laid down on the train and tried to be comfortable on the train. And so I'm like, I can do this, right? No, I should have got the blow-up mattress, but it's fine. I just have to deal with this. Also, you guys, start work next week. I got my car too today. Car's really nice. My dog's begging and crying for food, but car's really nice. On the ride home from Walmart, check engine light came on, but there's like a 90-day warranty. So I'm gonna see if they can fix it, and if they can't, I'm still allowed to get a refund. There's a 10-day refund period. So I'm not really that stressed about it. I'm like, whatever. They're either gonna fix it or they're not, and I'll exchange it for like a different kind of car. So you guys, like, I blew through like most of my savings today on the apartment and the car, but I'm like, you know what? It's okay. Like, I'm here. I got here. Chill, girl. My dog over here crying. I'm gonna give her a piece of carrot cake. It's fine. I think dogs can have carrot cake. I hope so. No, she'll be okay. She'll be okay. But yeah, I'm just trying not to worry too much about money. Something like, I've had some really cool miracles lately. Like, I've been praying to God a lot about my finances and about everything. And at first I was just panicking and crying, and then I saw this video by the Presley girls. They have a really cool YouTube channel, Christian, like, country girls. I just found them recently. I like them a lot, but they were saying, you know, any worry, any fear you have, just give it to Jesus. Just say Jesus. Just put the worry on him, because, you know, he's God. Like, he can handle it, and he can take care of it for us. That's how amazing he is. So it's like any other person, you try to put your worry on them, and they're gonna be like, no, I can't handle that, but God can handle anything. So he's like, it's like an honor for him. He's like, yes, my child is calling on me. My child knows my power. Yes, like, it's great. It's awesome. It's beautiful. So anyways, my car insurance was supposed to be like $250, $260, and then by some miracle it got all the way down to $150, and it was because I was in a fender bender a few years ago, and they had to look up the results of the fender bender, and it turned out it was at no one's fault. Like, fault just couldn't be determined, and it was just one of those things where it was like, I was switching lanes, this other guy was like, he either, I don't even know if he like sped up really fast and we just hit each other, or if he was trying to switch lanes at the same time. It was weird. It was like on a busy street. So anyways, it's like they were gonna really ding me for that because of that whole fender bender, but they didn't. They actually found out that I only owe $100 less a month. So I'm like, yes. But everything is so expensive, you guys. Moving out is very expensive, but God is really good. Like, God will really help you. He will throw miracles your way. He will throw money your way. You might not get like $50,000, but you might get like 100 here, 100 there, 200 here, and it just adds up. Like, trust me, his blessings might seem small, but they really add up. But yeah, it's like, I don't know, it's awesome. Like, I'm hoping everything will go good with this car, because I really like this car. My mom has like a similar car. I think it's the same make, but it's she has like an older version, I think. I don't know. It's like, they're very similar cars. So I already drove that kind of car. I feel very comfortable in that car. I feel very good about the car. But it's having problems. So hopefully that will get fixed very soon. And if not, I'll just get a refund and switch it out for a different car. Maybe something a little more reliable. But hopefully it's like still in my price range. So anyways, my dog is begging me. I'm going to give her a little piece of carrot cake. I'm going to eat carrot cake. And yeah, I don't know if this will be the last update for this particular video, but this video is about the emotional aspect of leaving a toxic environment, or even just an environment that you feel like you don't fit in or you're not happy with. And it's just so incredible to be able to move, you guys. And trust me, coming from me, like I grew up in poverty, I never thought this would happen. And now I'm like in my own space on the floor. Here's my nightstand, my non-existent nightstand. I have my melatonin so I can crash out tonight. Not crash out like that, but crash out like chill crash out. Like the kind of crash out we're supposed to crash out with. Also, this guy I dated that I met on YouTube, he keeps popping up on podcasts that I like. And I'm like, dang boy, you're inescapable. And I wish we were still friends. Like I honestly just want to be friends. But I think he hates my guts now. So I'm like, all right, well, God is blessing you left and right. You must be doing something right. We're just not meant for each other. So yeah, I'm just like, okay, good job. Maybe one day I will also get to be on the same podcast like you. But anyways, that is just like something random I wanted to bring up for, it has like nothing to do with the move, but it's just like, you never know what you're gonna get in life, guys. Don't date your heroes. No, but no, it's all good, you guys. Like, just be in touch with your emotions. If you have to cry, cry. Don't despair for too long though, because God is good. If you've worked hard, you have savings, like you can really do this. You can really move, you know, save up your money, stack up your money. You can definitely move. You can get a car. You can leave your home state. Like, this is something that I don't know if I ever would have thought I could have done by myself. I used to always think, I need a husband, I need a guy to help me, but it's like, I just need God. I just need Jesus, and that's it. And my little puppy who keeps on, she started crying. She keeps on crying all the time. I'm like, come on, chill. But all right, I'm gonna eat my cake. I'm celebrating. I'm having a celebratory carrot cake with my girl. And we'll be back. I know we look a little rugged because we haven't been sleeping that much. We've just been like roughing it every day, like camping out. I feel like my whole life is just like one long camping trip at this point. But it's all good. It's like, you know, our permanent home is not on earth, it is in heaven. So in the meantime, we're just camping out. We're camping around. But all right, you guys, if you actually watch the whole thing, you're cool and let's be friends. And if not, that's okay too. You're like a bird, you just gotta fly away, you just gotta come here and there. I get it, I understand it, I feel it. But okay guys, I'll see you guys later. This is my view every night now that I moved out of my family's house, and I'm just so incredibly blessed. Everything God has done for me, He can do for you. Just keep having faith. Overcome your fears by working through them, and God's gonna be with you every step of the way. So have no fear, because Jesus is King, and we're in His kingdom on earth and in heaven. The work done in heaven shall be done on earth too. And He's really, really gonna bless you and take care of you. Thank you for watching. In Jesus' name, amen.